So tonight we saw the top three teams in the Eastern Conference all in action. Boston losing to Cleveland and Toronto losing at Phoenix. Let's bring KG and Kevin McHale in, two legendary Kevins from
why is it darker?
from Area 21.
So
what
Kevin,
happened to the lights on that side?
Who's that guy in the middle?
It's all good. That's Willie Lopez. You know what I'm saying? As you know, as my dog Shaq is going through, a tough night with the light and stuff. And Perimeters, we're gonna kill our light too, D's. I'm with you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Right,
Appreciate
I'm
it.
with you, bro.
First of all, you brothers are too dark not to have light on you, both of you.
You know what? You know what?
I'm too white to have all this light on me, Chuck. What's going on?
Get on.
This was halftime. This was halftime after Shaq had complained about the lighting meter.
They complained. I asked.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all good.
But then you went upstairs with a stick and hit a light.
But I do have a question for both KG and Kevin, because two guys who were great in the low post, and obviously one was a mentor to the other, McHale being to Garnett. Right. How prevalent will the low post game be in the next 5 years? We see all the stretch fours and we talk about it all the time, but here are two guys that were sitting down there. Obviously Diesel is one of them as well, but we're talking about guys who the skill was magnificent over the power. So what do you two guys think that's going to happen in the next 5 years?
I think, tonight, we kind of talked about, the evolution of the post, and it coming from, Wilt and, Elvin Hayes, and that's, just when you think about the post it being a big man, pounding physical presence, and then all of a sudden around the 80s, you start to see, the Kevin McHales, the Jack Sigmas, the Charles Barkleys, Adrian Dantley's, guys that took the post and took a finesse kind of approach to it. And it kind of really birthed, myself, Chris Bosh, Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber, even Dirk Nowitzki, guys Tim Duncan you can throw in there, that kind of shaped us to what we are. And what I mean by that is, before you had Wilt, Shaq, strong guys being grit, then you see another style of post, and it was really transformed by, the Sigmas, the Adrian Dantleys, the Kevin McHales, using pump fakes from not just verticals, but at angles, using the backboard, up and unders and stuff like that to where you get to, my class, and we was more face-up shooters, being able to put the ball on the floor. We didn't shoot a lot of threes. Dirk and Shee probably shot more threes from guys I had to guard. And that, now, what you see now, you have Karl Anthony Towns, you have Anthony Davis, you have Boogie, you have these different bigs. And now it's almost like the precedent that you have to be able to put the ball on the floor. You have to be a stretch floor. You have to be able to shoot threes. You have to be able to make 17 to 19 footers. And when I think of the evolution of the post, I think of all of this. And, it just puts it to the current to where we have our guys now. And, these guys now are kind of refreshing to see because they have all of these things that we're talking about.
Hey, Kevin, can you hear me? Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You know this is only a 30-minute show, right?
Hey, Charles, quit being disrespectful.
Come on, man.
Shaq slap you.
Hey, Kenny, to answer your question really quickly.
In television history.
It was
We got to get commercials in.
It was
Can you
great.
shorten up? Give me some clip notes.
No, that was a great
Quit
answer.
talking those long, drawn-out answers.
Like we were saying, go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, hey, Kenny, I think that the big man will come back. I think you're going to get some guys that are so good down the post that you're going to have to throw the ball to them. 2 points is 2 points. You start going in the paint, you get fouls, you can play out of the paint, you can pass it out of there. It'll come back. But right now, the big guy is just, there's not a lot of big guys in our league that just go down the paint, play in there, play inside. It's evolved to more of a perimeter game. But I do believe you're going to see some bigs come in the next few years that are just going to be dominant, and you are going to give them the ball.
You know what I think,
last
thing, Kevin's, and I hate to take it over, I think the win, it's not really that if you can shoot the three, if you can stay on the floor, it's if you can guard the three right now. So if you can guard the three, then you could still play inside. But if you're not able to guard it, then you can't play on the other end because you're giving up 3 to 2. But guys like Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, they're able to guard the three so they could still post up on the offensive end. I think that would be the difference.
That's a good point, absolutely.
Totally good point.
And I think the other way around. I think they've kind of relegated the big man out the game to a fault. Because if you look at the NBA now, I think it's the worst it's ever been, in my opinion. Everybody want to use analytics, and everybody want to shoot threes. Well, threes are great if you have a Steph Curry, a Klay Thompson, guys like that. And these guys can live by threes. These two are the greatest shooters ever. But now, if you look around the NBA, everybody's trying to go small. We got a bunch of guys shooting threes who are not good shooters. Like I said, now we're trying to relegate the big man out the game. But if you look at the big picture, and this ain't no old guy hating on the young guys, the NBA, to me, is the worst it's ever been top to bottom. We got 1 or 2, 3 or 4 good teams, and the rest of these teams stink. And I think there is a happy medium.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Chuck, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You know this is only a 30-minute show, right?
That was a long-winded answer, man.
Yeah, but it is. I think that we.
Oh, you're going to keep going, too?
Yeah.
Because I'm Chuck.
Okay, got a second wind.
You said you
We don't have to live and die by threes. I don't. People think I hate analytics.
You do.
I hate analytics when you try to justify the way to figure out how you're going to win. If you go back and look at the NBA for the last 30 years, you know who won the championship? The team that had the best players. Now, Golden State had the little run because they got 2 of the greatest shooters ever live, but they got pounded on the boards in the finals, and big man's always going to be relevant, no matter what anybody says. And I told you, a lot of these guys like analytics because they need a job for their son-in-law.
Right.
Yep.
They're playing the music. That's all we have.
KG,
Right.
that's the music like that they play when
he's
you're
fading
supposed
out.
to get off the stage at an award show.
They faded both of y'all out, too. You need to fade Chuck out, too. Fade him out of the lights, too, man. You over here doing it, man.
I don't need all them lights. Them brothers need lights, Shaq and
Oh,
Kevin.
man.
I don't need no lights, right. I'm shining you powder.
Apparently, we have a tweet. KG in his prime versus McHale in his prime. One would win.
I'm going to give it to Mac. Mac's shoulders. Mac is unguardable. Mac had to be double team, triple team. You know, he taught me. It's only right.
That's a great question, though,
I'm going to pay
man.
homage.
That's not a great question. They
That is
both
a
great, but
that
Kevin
is a
McHale's
great-
the best player out of
Nice
the league.
feetwork, Kevin.
You
Nice
can't
feetwork,
because
Kevin.
you the best player you played
Oh.
against don't mean it's not the best player. Kevin Garnett's
Oh,
not the
look at this fool. Look at
the
this
best
boy.
player somebody else played
Come on, man. This guy's the best player I've played against.
I'm not saying that it doesn't mean that Kevin Garnett didn't have all of this. All of this too. Oh, goodness.
Oh, Kevin Garnett.
Hard to guard
Oh,
that.
give me that. Give me that.
What you doing,
Oh,
Sam?
There you go.
Right. Hold on.
Take that, we're on.
Right.
Dream shake, bro.
Sam.
What's he doing guarding you?
Watch out, Irv. Stay out this business.
Oh, Big Irv
Stay
got
out this
some of that.
business, man. Stay out this business.
It's
That's all
not as
business.
clear cut as you think. It is.
Ain't no man, listen, I ain't worried about no man who wears skinny jeans.
It always goes back to that.
Hey,
Hey,
Chuck.
Happy New Year, KG.
One leg at a time, Chuck. One leg at a time.
KG, Kevin McHale. Happy New Year, y'all.
Same to you
All right,
guys.
same to
man.
you guys.